Alright, ladies and gents, as ever, my name is Shane, that's Shane's Games, and today we're going to be playing The Dig for PC. This won't be our first time playing it, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, or check out some of the other games we've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, but for today, let's go ahead and get into the game. Quick recap. We had a 3-astronaut crew that was sent up to an asteroid that was hurtling towards Earth, so that they could destroy it and save Earth. They managed to stop it from moving towards Earth, but then they went to explore the asteroid and they found a strange alien device that transported the three of them to a strange alien world. And now they are trying to find a way to escape it. But things have been getting messy because we found some weird crystals that can resurrect the dead. One of the crew members died, we used one of the crystals to bring him back, and now he's acting weird. All obsessed with the crystals, and also last time he punched our character and then ran off, and that seems bad. I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like it. Let's see. It's a fun story in Germany. Project Hail Mary is titled Der Astronaut. Oh God! Not only that, but the film, or no, it's I don't think that one is called The Astronaut, but yeah, that is incredibly confusing. I guess the term Hail Mary doesn't translate well, probably. That would make sense. I claim the right to be unhappy. That is such a good line right there, honestly. Not to mention the right to grow old and ugly and impotent. Like, that's such a good line. That really is. It's true. The bad are important. Bad movies are worth preserving. Oh God, Grim Fandango did have a hint line, didn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Grim Fandango is the next game in our LucasArts playthrough too, and another game that I have not played, so I'm excited for that one. This will be my first playthrough of Grim Fandango. I hope people are excited about that. Oh no, I'm curious if you have any others off the top of your head, Groshin. Concludes Shane's anime narrator style recap. No, that would be if I started with last time on Dragon Ball Z. I do love that so much. Alright, what does that translate to, Kissa? I'm curious. Alright, so I think I know where we're going first. I've been thinking about this since last week. So, the lady we got with us right now, she has been working on translating the alien language. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I just sneezed there. She's been working on translating the alien language. We actually met an alien, and we spoke to it, but we couldn't understand what it was saying. Maybe now that we have her with us, we can translate him. The only problem is he's dead, so we have to go get some of those green crystals to resurrect him temporarily, but still, I would love to hear what he has to say. Heavily in love. Honestly, that's a lot more clever than Shallow Hell. I like that. The Man Who Knew Too Little is such a great title. I do like that one. Oh, the One Piece narrator. Right. I remember him too. I don't have as good of a voice for him, but I feel like I can do the Dragon Ball Z narrator. Agent Null Nix? Oh, it's terrible. Like, I see what they're going for, and like, I would be okay with that title if I hadn't heard The Man Who Knew Too Little, because that's such a good title. That's such a good title. Alright, so let's see, I gotta remember where everything is now. I don't remember where anything was. Here on Earth. Alright, so I think the green crystals were at the museum spire, so let's head over there. here? Or was it back previous? I think it was back a little bit. Go back this way. Double O Nothing was your favorite Wizard of Id joke? I mean, that's a solid joke. I can respect that. So maybe I think I was wrong. I don't think this is where the crystals were. I'm trying to think, where were they? This is what happens when you have 4 days away from stream. You no longer remember where stuff was. I don't think it was the map spire. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. Let's see, was it the planetarium spire? I was also reminded recently that there was a series of Super Nintendo games called James Pond Jr. And they got shut down by lawsuits from the James Bond estate. That's a thing.
Robbins.
Oh, no, sorry.
Never mind.
Literally, never mind. Great movie, and the title seemed to be custom built to turn audiences away. That is misleading, definitely. Never forget what you're doing again. Honestly, it does seem to be the best way to do it. Just keep streaming forever, and you won't forget these things. Was it the Tomb Spire then? Might have been the Tomb Spire. All right, let's find this. I know what the room looks like. I know it was fairly near the tram. Gotta figure out where it was again. I think it was here. I mean, there's the tram room. This definitely isn't what we're looking for. Yeah, now we gotta find the thing. Yeah, these environments are gorgeous. The pixel art in this game is some of the best I've seen. Which is also great coming after we played Kathy Rain, because Kathy Rain had some amazing pixel art as well. But like the fact that this is vintage pixel art, like that's amazing. Like the fact that this is pixel art from the era of pixel art. Absolutely spectacular. I suppose we should take a peek up here. See if that's where Brink is. I think I hear him. Yeah, there he is. Alright. The Brink hasn't disappeared.
Brink.
What's up with punching me, dude?
We're on the verge of opening a gateway in the fabric of reality. If it works, we think it might lead us home.
Yes, you and Maggie can go home. Do you think I don't know you secretly plan to leave me behind and take credit for everything yourselves?
What? Oh, good. Now he's paranoid. That's awesome. That's just what we needed.
Brink, I have to tell you, you're exhibiting signs of advanced dementia. You're paranoid, violent, and manic.
I know you're saying these things to try to gain power over me. And if you don't shut your mouth, I'll shut it for you.
That's a good response. Good. You're taking this very well, Brink. Thank you for that. Oh, VGA Quest for Glory, also a very beautiful game right there.
Thanks for helping me save Maggie.
You've already rewarded me by being a pushover, Commander.
You punched him in the face! What the hell? You know, I don't think I want to talk to him about anything else. He's a big old jerk.
Why do I
don't
bother?
like it.
Talking to you is a waste of time.
Truly. Yeah, you're a jerk. You know what, Brink? I don't think I like you. I'm bumping you out of my MySpace top 7. How you like that? That's the consequences of your actions there, Brink. You're just gonna have to live with that. Yeah, you changed, man. What happened?
If at first you don't succeed,
Oh, damn it. Keep accidentally clicking on that crystal.
it still doesn't work.
That just breaks the bridge now.
If at first you don't succeed,
Oh, come on.
if at first you
Oh,
don't
right.
succeed,
I gotta reactivate it once I get it back where it is now. Damn
it
it.
still doesn't work.
Sorry about this. There we go.
If at first you don't succeed,
That should be where it goes, and I have to turn it back on. There we go. So much trouble for a misclick. They've got MySpace on this planet? They should. MySpace was the most advanced and most beautiful of all of the social networks. Yeah, don't even think about reading my live journal. It's set to private. Oh, God. I had a live journal back in the days when it was invite only. A long time ago. Like, live journal was a good days. Live journal was a good days because they had robust privacy settings. I appreciated that. But also there was a lot of drama on LiveJournal. This is true. Where on earth? Trying to remember where the heck the crystal went. I'm gonna take a peek here. I'm just looking at the hint guide, not for a hint for the puzzle. I'm just trying to remember where the hell. This thing was. Alright, maybe it was the museum spire. No, the alien corpse, I think I remember where the alien... Yeah, the alien corpse was in the tomb spire. I remember that one. I'm looking for the green crystals that I'll need to resurrect him. Because I had a whole bunch of those before, but then Brink punched me in the face and took all of them. Oh, GeoCities was fun as well. I remember that. Oh God, way too much drama. Liked having a forum environment that was also a blogging platform. That was nice. That was nice. They do have some nice things that are similar to that these days. In the sort of, I forget what the term is for the back end, but similar to Mastodon. There's some cool software that emulates that a little bit. Not hugely popular, but it is out there at least. Yes, the fist fighting code from Indiana Jones. We should carry that over. Here we go. Alright, let's grab some more life crystals. And do I just have the one? Can I get some more than one? I want like a whole bunch. Just to be safe. Just in case I, number one, mess up this puzzle. And number two, consequences. Alright, we got a whole bunch of them now. I'm feeling a bit more confident. What happens if we inspect them?
I have many crystals.
Alright, I now have many crystals. If I keep getting them, I don't know if he'll say I have over many crystals. Probably not, though. It still breaks my heart that there was going to be a sequel to Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, but it was canceled because they weren't sure if they'd be able to release it in Germany. Because Germany was, at the time, the biggest market for adventure games on the planet. more you take, the more likely Brink is going to chase after you. I mean, there's still plenty in the pit right there. You can just take him out of there. I don't think he'd need to come after me for him. Although, I don't know if that would stop him. You had too many? He's like, I'm having to stuff him in my socks now. Just stop. I don't have room for more. Store him in my cheeks like a chipmunk. All right. Yeah, entirely too many crystals. All right, so not this way. That's where Brink is. And Brink's a jerk, and we don't like him. Oh yeah, Daedalic Entertainment. I like Daedalic Entertainment, but they have definitely made some mistakes in their time. And paid the price for it. This is true. Alright. Into the tomb. Alright. I'm actually really excited to talk to this alien creature. Because I have no idea what he's going to say, but we've learned so little about this planet. Like, this could be big. This could be a whole thing. I love that they had an animation of him helping her up there. That was adorable. There is so much animation in this game. I'm loving that. Where's the exit to this place? Hard-boiled egg? I kind of did. Where's the exit here? Up here we go. If you see a hard-boiled egg in the sky, it's probably a bad place to be. Probably don't want to be there. All right, I'm gonna let's save here. Let's save over this one. We'll call it Dead Alien. And yes, we do want to replace that. Just in case. Big recipe for alien lasagna. Lasagna. I do love me some lasagna. Oh, I didn't know they made comic books of those. I had no idea. From Dark Horse, nice. Alright. I'm gonna have to check those out sometime because I'm very curious about what they were gonna do. Thank you for letting me know, Baxi Man. That's awesome. Not that horse. That's just a confused horse. That horse has questions. All right, Maggie. It's time. Let's do this thing.
I can't reach it.
Oh, we gotta turn the thing off first, right? Use 5 symbol 1. Turn off the shield. There we go. And then crystal to bring him back temporarily.
Here's where my alien education either pays off or we die.
Die?
As long as I don't accidentally offend him, we'll be okay.
Aklash Pak.
He says, open your mouth, which is their way of saying speak.
You do the talking, Maggie, so you can understand each other.
Speak.
Ooh, alright, we're getting somewhere now. That's exciting. Yeah, that wasn't quite the same thing, unfortunately. Alright, so...
We want to go home.
That is the wish of all living creatures. It is a vain wish. For there is no true home. All intelligence wanders and has no rest.
I was trying to say something profound, and he said something way more profound there. Holy crap.
The probe you sent out brought us here. We want to go back to our home planet.
Another one of our terrible mistakes. We sent out those probes when we thought we had found the glorious secrets of the universe. We could not call them back. Thus, I remain here to warn all those who come in answer to an invitation we wish we had not sent.
Interesting, interesting.
Warning us won't do any good unless we can get back home to Earth to tell other humans.
There are two ways to protect your planet. One is if you return and warn them to stay away. The other is if you never return at all. Which warning do you think will be more effective?
Ooh. I mean, he's not wrong, but... Ooh. Alright, yeah, well, you get a good rest. We'll see you around.
Tell us how to get back to Earth. I beg you.
If my people could return from Space-Time 6 where they have gone, they would rebuild the starport. They would make a crystal ship, which would take you back to your planet. But they will never find their way back home.
I have so many questions. Let's ask about that let's ask about him first.
Who are you, Honored One?
The bringer of misfortune.
Please tell me who you are.
I am the doer who undoes, the creator who uncreates. And yet, I would gladly be the destroyer who undestroys, the dangerous one who protects.
Speak plainly. Tell us who you are.
Once, I was hailed as the greatest mind my people ever produced. I tried to bring them power and happiness. I gave them power to leave this world, to leave their bodies, to enter an existence as pure mind, eternally perfect. But I could not give them the power to return and reclaim their abandoned bodies, their decaying world. They are lost and cannot return.
Well, that's horrifying. Yeah, if someone disappears into space, others will want to follow. I mean, luckily they're probably going to have no idea how to follow now that the spaceship left. So there's that at least. Space Time 6, that's the sequel to Babylon 5. It sounds more like 1970s era, like British sci-fi. Like Blake 7. It's the prequel to Blake 7, that's my answer. Let's see, Barishta, welcome in. How are you doing? This does sound like a Doctor Who episode. We tried to do good thing, but it turned out to be bad thing. The gunk before the gunk. Probably a prequel right here.
Have you a name?
I had a name when I was alive. Now that I am again and again dead, what need have I for names? My body is now so ancient that the crystals scarcely have power over me. I rise for a few minutes, and then I fall again. Soon, I will cease to rise at all. Only then will my grief end. I want no name or memory to live after me.
Damn, alright. That's actually kind of heartbreaking. Oh, where do we start next? Let me ask you about that monster.
The creatures who live here now, did you people know of them, or did they come later?
Millions of years have passed since then. What once were pets or companions have followed their own evolutionary paths. They have become as beautiful or as terrible, as clever or as stupid as it was in them to be.
The monster who captured me, are there any more of them?
That one did not evolve. It was made. And there are as many of them as are needed.
Well, that's terrifying. Alright,
The map helped us find you. Did you create it?
It was created by those who now wish only to find themselves.
well, that's really descriptive.
Why is this inscription in another kind of writing?
I did not write it. I would not have written it.
What does that mean?
I can read it, but the meaning isn't clear. It speaks of something hidden.
It was the first achievement on the road to my greatest error, the one that condemned my people.
Alright, interesting, interesting. Celestial Knight, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. We shall call you Bob.
The language of the library was a great achievement. It was so clear and surprisingly easy to learn.
The greater the idea, the simpler and clearer the language needed to express it.
Interesting, interesting.
What are the ghosts we saw? Are they alive?
My people all travel to the realm of Space-Time 6, where 3 dimensions of time join to the 3 dimensions of space. It is indescribably beautiful, but they can build nothing there. They can create nothing, they just exist, on and on with empty lives and hearts that long for this hard and stony world.
That is a little horrifying.
The ghosts are your people, then.
Their connection to this world is so slight. They can disturb the energy in the air. They can make themselves visible for a few moments. But they can't build anything here. They will live forever. But it is not life.
Is it impossible for your people to come back?
It takes enormous strength of will to leave that place and come back to this one. They have all tried. They have all failed. And now they have been away too long. They have lost the physical memory of how to live here in Space-Time 4.
Why did the ghosts lead us to you?
Some of them foolishly hope that if I help you open the gateway again, you might have the strength to lead them home, to let them remake their bodies here. But I am sure that all that would happen is you, too, would be lost in Space-Time 6.
Interesting. 6 times the dimensions. It's incredible. Let's see.
The metal plates we found. What are they?
They are authority and power. Each shape has a meaning. And when they are fitted together, they have a new meaning.
Alright.
If we put the control plates in the triangle, what will happen?
You will open the door to beauty without boundaries. And to trouble without end.
That's a hell of a line.
Did you invent the life crystals? To raise the dead is the greatest achievement we've seen.
What raises the dead can debase the living.
Yeah, that seems true. Chugaboom, welcome in. Can you dig it? Amazing one, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you with us. I just remembered I don't have a category set. Throw that in there.
Are there side effects to the crystals?
What the crystals create is not a life, but a slave.
Alright, elaborate.
So when the life crystals restore you, you aren't really alive?
They restore the cells and the organs, but take away all that made the life worth living.
What does that mean?
Then why did you make them?
Our society became obsessed with living eternally. I underestimated the breadth and danger of the obsession. The crystals are the second worst mistake I made.
You did seem to make several of those. There is some foreshadowing here, most definitely. Oh, God. Ooh, glad to hear you're on the mend, at least.
Why was your tomb so carefully hidden?
So only the most persistent, the most clever, and therefore the most dangerous of visitors would find me.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Why has your body been preserved so carefully?
Since all the evil in this place was my fault, I chose to be its guardian forever.
Oh my God, Sim. That emote is so good.
If what you did was bad, why do the museum displays give you so much honor?
There was a time when my creations were thought to be good. I believed it myself, or I would never have created them.
How long will you remain here?
Until the last of my mistakes is rectified, or until the life crystals lose their power out of miserable death.
Alright.
The light bridges are magnificent. We never dreamed that people could walk on light.
Ah, yes. We were happily surprised at how convenient those light strands turned out to be. If we had known, we would not have bothered to build the trams.
That's fair.
If you were surprised that the lights could be used as bridges, what did you create them for?
When all the bridges are complete, the eye will see.
Alright, we are missing a bridge, that's true.
When you say the eye will see, you aren't talking about our eyes, are you?
An eye that can see the 3 dimensions of time, as well as the 3 dimensions of space. It will show you beauty beyond belief. But once you have seen Space-Time 6, will you ever see Space-Time 4 again? The eye may be open, but the mind hasn't the strength to see.
Concerning. Alright, I don't feel like I need to ask him about the Great, so I think we've asked him all the questions we need to.
Thank you for helping us.
I will only have helped you when you give up your foolish plan.
We're not giving up.
My only consolation is that true death comes closer with each dying.
Good job of translating, Maggie.
He speaks very slowly and clearly. But I'm also pretty damn good.
Alright. There were no puzzle solutions there or anything, but, like, that was a lot of lore. I appreciate that. Microsoft Bob in space! Yeah, your foolish let's go home plan. How dare you? How dare you try to escape from this trap that we put you in? Alright, so... well, we do have another metal panel. We can go put that in place. In the Nexus. See if that does anything. I mean, if this... I mean, if that asteroid was able to bring us to this planet, surely there's got to be something here that can take us home. And yeah, there is a lot of dangerous technology here that we don't necessarily want to bring back to Earth, but like, I want to go back to Earth. I think that would be awesome. Also, I think we need to, I don't think there's a way to use the light bridges to easily get back to the Nexus, so I think we do want to use the trains to get back there. If I find more buttons, I am pressing every one of them. Light bridges would be very cool on Earth. I would enjoy that. Yeah, let's take that with us. That's good technology. The other ones are kind of super duper evil, but if we can take that one back, that would be good. Also, you know, whatever technology they use to, you know, travel here in the first place. They've got some sort of faster than light technology. I want that. Explore the whole galaxy. Yeah, all my favorite snacks are back on Earth. There's no Doritos on this planet. No Reese's Pieces. There are no guardrails, which is very concerning. Super pizza? Is that even better than pizza? No hot chip in space? I would die. Yeah, for some reason, sci-fi doesn't have a lot of safety measures. Very weird. Alright, here we go. We're back in the Nexus. We haven't been back here in a while. Gotta find that triangle. Alright, here's the triangle symbol. I think this is the last piece we're missing. Or no, I don't. Oh, shoot, I was asking about the metal pieces. But I don't actually have the last metal piece. My bad. Dang it. Alright, so no dice there. Well, Trying to think. There was... Where else do we need to go? You know, there was one other thing that we saw before that I didn't... We weren't able to really figure out what to do with it. Maybe I can show it to Maggie and she'll know something about it. Let's see, how long have we been here? I don't think we've been here... Like, it's been a long game so far, but I think it's still the same day. There's nobody slept or anything like that. Yeah, as far as I know, we're not suspended in time, because they did mention that we need to eat at some point. We don't have any food. We did find water, so we've got water at least. But no food that we found. I mean, we did find those weird rat creatures. We can see if those are edible, but we're not going to last long. Yeah, could presumably still be all one day. I think the game's pitching it as if it was one day. Yeah, where's the tech for endless pizza? What I want is, I want a pizza where every time I open the pizza box, it's a full pizza with no slices taken, no matter how many slices I take. That is what I want. That's what I'm looking for. That's the dream. So I gotta remember, there was one area that had a beach in it. I think it was the map spire. And I found a couple of weird things in the map spire that I didn't know what to do with them. And I don't know if Maggie's gonna be able to help with either of them, but if nothing else, they're unsolved puzzles. Quantum pizza, I do like that. Infinite pizza. Something out of the Brothers Grimm. Like, it seems like there'd be some sort of dark twist, but also, let's not do that and just have infinite pizza. Maybe that's Space Time 7, the realm of infinite pizza. Just trap me there. That's where I want to be stranded. The tech lets me eat whatever I want and stay healthy. Oh god, that would be amazing. That is what I need. Might not be strictly what I want, but it's definitely what I need. Alright, so I think it's technically the map spire is the one I'm thinking of. Slices are infinite until observed. I'll eat with my eyes closed. Right next to the land of the Dairy Queen, the most benevolent of all rulers. Needs an inn spire, or at least an outhouse spire. I feel like we're gonna need one of those sooner rather than later. So I think we have to go back to the pits. And then from here, we gotta go back to the chamber. That's the only place to go to from there. Just very folktale-ish, like a pouch that always produced a coin or whatever. Oh yeah, that does sound very fairy tale. You are correct there. Trying to think of, I'm suddenly thinking of that fairy tale about the guy who caught death in his bag. Jim Henson did a very good adaptation of that one, which is why I remember it very clearly. Also, there's been a, I think that's the Shout Factory channel on Twitch, occasionally shows Jim Henson's The Storyteller, which is a underappreciated show, I think. It's where Jim Henson did adaptations of a bunch of fairy tales and folk tales, and they're all very good. Supposedly, I've heard some historians say, like, the Jack in all those fairy tales is supposed to be the same guy? Guy lived an interesting life. Never seen it, but now you need to. You do. There are some incredible episodes that will stick with you. It's so well done. Alright, so yeah, we found this strange field before. If Maggie has anything to say about it.
Look at it, Maggie. It shimmers, but it doesn't seem real. A kind of light that's just on the edge of existence.
Something like this. You'd think they would have written about it somewhere. They've written about every other phenomenon here.
What does that mean?
Look at it, Maggie.
Oh, he's just gonna
It
repeat the whole thing?
shimmers,
Dang
but
it.
it doesn't seem real. A kind of light that's just on the edge of existence.
Something like this. You'd think they would have written about it somewhere. They've written about every other phenomenon here.
Would that be what the tablet's about?
It won't do anything. Can you look at this inscription, Maggie? Does it say anything that might help?
It wasn't clear to me before, but now I can see. Boston. It exactly describes that strange field of almost light.
What does it say?
It's a set of instructions. Now it makes perfect sense.
It does?
I just twist this.
Everything's so simple when you read the directions.
If we didn't know better, we'd think that island had been there for 1,000,000 years.
Very interesting. Alright. Let's see. Let me make another save here. We'll call this one Visible Thing. I think she's real smart, but that's actually why she was brought on this mission, so that makes sense.
This island was brought back from another dimension.
Fascinating. Have they written about Harvester? Oh god. Heaven didn't want him either. That's such a good story. And I'm bitching out for my dad for having read the instructions because he'd previously bitched me out for not having... Well, that seems unfair. Alright, so what do we got over here? The final piece.
What was so important that they left us exact instructions on how to get here?
Maybe that metal plate over there.
The final plate.
That's the fourth one. If it's like the metal plates on Attila, these four should fit together in that triangle matrix.
Yes, but there's no guarantee that putting them together will take us anywhere we want to go.
You have the most cheerful thoughts, Ms. Robbins.
If you had been abducted by a monster and then half drowned, you might be pessimistic too.
But you lived, didn't you? And your hair looks terrific.
You sure know how to make a girl feel good.
We'd better go find Brink again. In case these metal plates do the job.
He threatened to kill me the last time I saw him. Maybe it would be safer if we leave him and send an expedition back to get him later. An armed expedition.
There's no guarantee we'll ever get back. For all we know, this is a one-way trip.
You're right. We can't leave him. He scares me, Boston. Worse than the monster.
They're both just hungry for something.
But Brink is smarter, more dangerous.
We're smart too. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't want to bring Brink back, but also, like, it's the right thing to do. Also, I don't think he's gonna... He already said he doesn't want to come back, so I don't think he'll go with us, but we should at least offer, I think. Classic German. Or at least classic movie German. It was very clearly put on German accent. Bring him back. Their arms are only 4 pixels wide, and here, it's only 1 pixel wide. Alright, so let's head back to the light bridge, because that'd be the quickest way to get to him. Brinksmanship, I love it. Alright. Ooh,
That was a powerful one.
Commander Lowe, can you hear me?
Brink, we're looking for you. We've got the last of the metal plates and we...
Listen to me, Commander. I'm trapped. I need your help.
Where are you?
It's near one of the light bridges. An arched bridge over a waterfall, and then into a crevice in the rock. You must have been there. You're the one who's been turning on all the light bridges, aren't you?
Hold tight, we're on our way.
Hold tight! Very funny.
I think I know the one he means. So I think we can get to him. Alright, so he's trapped somewhere. That's not good. What did he do? He does say it's... I mean, he didn't say it's not a trap, but like, I assume it's not a trap. I hope it's not a trap. Here, through the opening. For as cool as this map was, like it was used for one puzzle once. And that's it. That's really disappointing. Felt like you could do a whole bunch of things, but no, just the one puzzle. Alright, so if I remember correctly, that was by the planetarium spire. Because there was a crevasse over there that we didn't end up doing anything with. I don't remember where it was exactly. Yeah, I know it's dangerous. I know it's dangerous. As a matter of fact, I will save. We'll call this one Brink Stuck. Let's see what's going on. Oh, for fuck's sake, Brink.
You've just got your hand jammed in the rock? I thought you were in real trouble, Brink.
When would it be real trouble, Commander? When it's your hand?
I don't go sticking my hand in the cracks.
I was reaching for a life crystal, and then the rock shifted. My circulation is cut off. No blood is getting to my hand. You can't pull me out, Commander. Don't leave me to die here, even if you have to cut off my hand.
Don't be so dramatic, Brink. Nobody's going to cut off your hand.
Don't make promises you might not be able to keep, Maggie.
Are you serious? He's just got a stuck hand.
It's a race to see whether gangrene kills him before he dies of thirst or starvation.
You'd cut it off.
Of course he would. The military trains you to recognize necessity, and do it.
It would be easier if I had anything to cut it with.
Chew it off then!
Jesus.
Oh, I would, Brink. But human teeth can't bite through bone.
After all that's happened to us, this may be the most horrible.
Do something, Commander! Do it now!
It was actually a thing before where we looked at that crevice and the commander said, I don't just stick my hand into random crevices. Oh, God. Let's see if we have any. Can we use the shovel to lever it open a little bit?
I don't think that'll cut it.
Oh, God, no, we are going straight to the cutting. All right, we've got this alien jawbone we've been hanging on to for most of the game. Oh, God. Oh,
You're going
God.
to saw off his hand with a jawbone?
The teeth are razor sharp.
What about anesthetic?
Do it, Commander!
Oh, God.
Brace yourself, Brink. I can't believe you endured so much pain without fainting.
I'm fine. But I need more crystals.
Come with us to the Triangle Matrix. We've got all the metal plates. You think it's gonna take us home?
You don't know where it's going to take you. I'd rather gather more life crystals.
What if it does take us home, Brink? What if we can't come back and get you? Do you want to stay here forever? Then what will happen to your research into the life crystals?
Yes, I see your point. I'll go with you to try out these metal plates. But if it doesn't get us home, then you two will stop interfering with me from then on. All right? You agree we have a deal?
Agreed.
All right, all right.
Dude just jammed a life crystal onto his stump. It was horrifying. Oh, God. That takes effort, Groshin. You almost appreciate the dedication.
That should do it.
Do what? What's happening?
Nothing is happening, that's what.
That's not exactly nothing, Brink.
It's a door. You think Earth is on the other side?
Oh my God.
I think nothing is on the other side.
What did you expect? The Tooth Fairy to come and fly us all home? The door opened. Let's go see what's in there.
We had a deal. I came, these metal plates did not take us home, and now you will have to leave me alone forever. You gave me your word, and I expect you to keep it.
He
Okay.
is definitely insane.
Is that your opinion as a journalist?
It's my opinion as a sane person.
All right. Yeah. He seems to have forgotten the concept that if you have a door, there's usually something on the other side of the door. But all right. That's what I hate about the pain scale. Is like, I'll be in the hospital. I'll be like, this is the worst pain I've ever experienced. But like, I can imagine worse. Like, this probably isn't the worst I could possibly experience. Although I will say one story of I think the nurse that had the worst bedside manners you can imagine, which is I went to the hospital the first time I got a kidney stone, and I was in tons of pain, and I mentioned to my parents who were there with me, I said, I've heard that the only thing worse than kidney stone pain is the pain of childbirth. And the nurse looks me dead in the eyes and she says, oh no, kidney stones hurt so much worse. And I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. Now I'm terrified. Things not to say to a patient. Seriously. Oh. Yeah, that was not the way. Please. Why was she doing that? Alright, so it looks like we found another tram station. This must lead to the last spire that we saw that we didn't have a light bridge to yet. Men are more prone to get kidney stones, but women who have given birth and had stones said the stones were worse. Jeez. Entirely infected bowel. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Yeah, that also sounds like it would hurt a lot. missing crystal shards for 3 days straight. Like, that's not even the... Like, a lot of people don't understand if you haven't had kidney stones. That's not the part that hurts. The part that hurts is when it's by your kidneys, because that's the narrowest channel right there. And, like, if you ever have kidney stones, like, the first sign you get it is it feels like lower back pain. And as a matter of fact, that's where pretty much everybody thinks their first kidney stone is. They're like, oh, I must tweak something in my back. The difference is, number one, no matter what position you sit or lay in, it doesn't seem to get better. Or if you apply, like, heat, that doesn't help any, because there's no muscle to relax. And number two, it just keeps getting worse. Continuously, and, like, from everyone I've talked to that has kidney stones, there doesn't seem to be a ceiling. It just keeps getting worse till either you go to the hospital and deal with it or you pass out. Yeah, it's bad times. It's bad times. But just so you know, if you get like a lower back pain that just keeps getting worse and worse and nothing relieves the pain at all, it could be a kidney stone. Especially if it's on, like, if it's specifically on one side or the other. Not right, like right in the center. Anorexia non-nerve. I have not heard of that before. A Happy Meal version of kidney stones? You got something like that? Perhaps? Back pain do also be back pain sometimes. It's true. But like usually if you've got back pain, there's like some position you can get in that like relaxes it, or if you put like heat on it, that'll relax the muscle a little bit. Usually, not always. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose anything, but I have had a couple friends that like had the exact same experience. Like, I thought it was back pain, but it wasn't. Holy crap. They gave me a double dose of ibuprofen, but it worked. A sheep doodle? I don't know that I've ever seen a sheep doodle. Oh, interesting. I mean, not good interesting, but I'd never heard of that before, Kissa. Thank you for letting me know. So the alien said once I put together the...
I saw something like this in the museum display. This machine was the greatest of the inventor's achievements.
What does it do?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think it might send us home?
Right now, it's doing nothing.
They said once the fifth light bridge is activated, the eye will see. Whatever that means. Ooh. Well, that's weird. Yeah, stop doing that. Ah, gotcha, Grushin. Gotcha. Oh, alright, yeah, that's inconvenient, but yeah, it's doable at least. That's good to hear. Alright, so I don't see any path out of this room. This must be where we need to be. A couple of consoles we need to check out.
It looks like there's a part missing here. There's a gap. Looks like a life crystal would fit perfectly in here.
Well, we do have a couple of those. There we go.
That doesn't fit here.
But yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't fit there. I was wondering if we could like crack one open and put it in there, but no, I don't think so. Alright. So maybe we'll have to come back to this. See if we can find that missing piece somewhere. Eventually. Check the other console then. Yeah, I love the music in this. Absolutely beautiful.
It's a row of crystalline devices. It's a row of crystalline devices.
Alright, I guess that's all we're getting into that. No no idea what's up with these strange objects. Oh, I can only have one of those pulsing at a time. That's weird. I wonder what that means. Alright, can I walk over here? Does it scroll the screen at all? Check that out, I suppose. Ah, we can! Alright, so there's a bunch more to see here. This room feels very complicated.
I don't know how to work these controls.
Yeah, I got no idea. There's a strange object over there. If we can figure out what this is.
I don't know what to do with this device.
Nope, no, I don't either. Alright. Head over here. Might be where there's another light bridge. A bird's nest down there or something.
Sorry, bird. You'll have to find a new home.
Hopefully there wasn't any eggs in there. I'm gonna assume there wasn't. It'd be very rude otherwise. Alright, that one is all set to go. Alright, there's light bridge number 5. So we will save there before we step onto it. Call that one Bridge 5. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, back in the olden days, they wouldn't have a lot of good solutions to problems like those. It's true. Oh yeah, let's check out the crystal form in the center. Is that changed now? Ooh. Yeah? Why is it all freaky now?
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
Wasn't all gross last time we were here. Why is it all gross now? It is gross as hell. I don't care for that. The Cathedral Spire is what we're calling this one.
Robbins. As worried as I am for Brink, I can't help feeling a little angry at him.
He's wacko, nuts, out of his mind with greed. He's not himself. It's those damn crystals.
Yeah, it's true.
We've got to try and turn on the inventor's machine. It's the only way to find out what it does.
What do we do? Search all these islands for a part when we don't even know what it looks like? Where are all those helpful hints now?
The hints were about things they deliberately hid to keep them safe. But this missing part, what if it was stolen? Or just corroded away?
Then all of this would be for nothing. Boston, somebody knows what the missing part does, and maybe even where it is.
Well, I don't know.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about somebody who was sealed in a crystal pyramid.
Ooh. Alright, so maybe we ask him about it, because he was being rather evasive about these things last time.
Thanks.
So yeah, maybe we need to go ask him about it. This is your brain on crystals. Don't buy dice from Temu. Don't buy anything from Temu if you can avoid it. Bad people there. If you just want to get some decent dice, try Game Science. If they still make them. Unfortunately, the person who ran that company passed away, but I'm hoping they still make Game Science dice, because they made some very solid dice. Run by a guy named Luzaki, and his whole gimmick was all of his dice were clear plastic so you can tell there aren't any bubbles in them. And they were untumbled, which means you have to take an X-Acto knife to the edges to get any, I think it's called flash off. But also he pointed out that tumbled dice have inconsistent edges and that affects their randomness. Which I always thought was a really cool pitch. At least I have so many dice I shouldn't buy anymore. I mean, yeah, it's fair. But also, I think we both know you're going to buy more because once you have a lot of dice, you just kind of end up buying more dice sometimes. What was the name again? I'm going to double check here because I think it was Game Science. Game Science Dice. Yeah, they are still around. Alright, yeah, let me look at this in chat. Because Luzaki was a good dude. And I did get to meet him once at Gen Con, which is awesome. Oh, that sounds really pretty, Royce. So yeah, his whole pitch was he's like, he would always compare his dice to Chessex. Because Chessex is like the biggest dice company out there. And he pointed out, if you ever take a Chessex dice and you cut it in half, you'll find out that often, number one, the core of it is powder because it hasn't melted completely. And number two, it's not just powder, it's lumpy powder. And the fact that there's inconsistently melted on the inside, the lumps are inconsistently distributed. Again, that affects the weight and it affects the roll. So by having clear dice, that means you can be assured that there aren't any bubbles in there and there's no pockets of unmelted plastic. Yeah, the prices are reasonable. Like, they're not super fancy. And like I said, you are going to have to take an X-Acto to the edges because there'll be a little bit of flash on there since they don't tumble them. But, like, he always claimed they are the most fair rolling dice you would ever get. And, like, that's a solid pitch. That is a very solid pitch. But how will you cheat with them? You won't. You cheat with the other dice. These are the non-cheaty ones. He even showed how to prove that they are the most fair dice you can get, as far as weight distribution anyway, which is take a glass of water and dissolve salt in the glass until it won't dissolve anymore. And then you take your dice, you drop it in the water, and you spin it. And you see what face it comes up on, and you do that like 100 times. And it should be roughly an even distribution. But because weight still affects it in the water, if the dice has any sort of weighting, it will very clearly show from this test. The fairest dice in all the lands. Oh, those are really pretty dice. I'm trying to remember the company where I've seen just the most pretty dice I've ever seen. Give me just a second because I want to pull up the name of this thing. Because there is one company that I always call out for having the prettiest dice you will ever see. And if they're still around, I definitely want to show those off. Because, like, just go into their site. You're gonna be just in awe of what you see there. There's one specifically I always link people. Because, like, you just look at it and you're like, wow, that's absolutely spectacular. See if they still even sell it, because they do sell out of their stuff a lot. That does happen. Oh my god, they have so many good ones. But yeah, specifically, this is the one I always link people to, because I'm like, once you've seen this, like, you kind of need to check this out. Also, I'll check that out in a second. Give me a sec. Here we go. So the company is called Dispel Dice. I'm gonna throw this in chat. Check this out. And Kiwi, welcome in, Kiwi. How are you doing today? How's your weekend going? And thank you so much for 19 months. I appreciate the heck out of that. How are you doing? Why is there a D14? Some systems use some very weird dice. Good to have a variety, I suppose. But yeah, Dispel dice. For my money, they have the prettiest dice out there. And that one that I linked is my personal favorite that I've seen on there. I don't actually own any Dispel dice yet because they are very expensive. But I bought some as gifts because I am very generous. Yeah, some people make oddball dice just because they can. It's true, that's where the D100 comes from. Also, don't ever use a D100 in a game. They are wildly unfair. They're a novelty. They're not meant to actually be used. Alright. Oh, we're gonna need to wake up this dude again and get us the hell out of here. I'm doing good, Kiwi. I'm glad the work week is over. I'm glad I have a little bit of time to unwind.
Speak.
Now, specifically, there is no evidence that the distribution of faces on a D100 is even. And because of that, it means it's not going to roll very consistently. Oh yeah, bullet dice are nice. I do like those. Zentradi missile's nice. What was it, the Etano Circus, I believe they're called? Alright, so...
The island we found, where was it hidden?
It left this reality, but only a little way. It can come back, because it never fully left.
That's a weird way to put it.
The island moves in and out of our reality?
It loses substance with every passage. We thought we could take our world with us into Space-Time 6. It could not be done.
Oh yeah, I've given out a couple spinners before. Some very cool 3D printed spinners I've given.
When something leaves our reality, where does it go?
To a place where time is infinite in all directions. But because it does not move along a single line, it can never be predicted or controlled. Those who go there from here cannot change anything. They are nothing but observers. Forever.
It does sound like a nightmare. True, true.
The machine in your laboratory, what does it do?
Where the lights all shine, it opens the eye.
Alright.
The eye. Does that mean the crystal at the meeting place of the light bridges? The machine generated this eye.
The eye sees into all space and time. And where the eye sees, the mind can fly.
But just the mind?
Was this eye the doorway into the place where your people went?
A door that can be crossed only one way.
You don't know that. If someone has a strong enough tie to reality...
You think you are stronger than all my people? Even they, the strongest race known, could not overcome the temptation before it was too late.
If we bring your people back to this world, then they can build a starship to take us home to Earth. It's our only chance. Maybe we'll fail, but you must let us try.
Since you think you are stronger and wiser than my people, I will let you have the fruit of your pride. I will tell you how to find the piece I hid, if you know how to ask. But it will cost you more than you ever imagined.
Oh god.
Please, don't play any more games with us. Where is the missing piece?
You cannot understand what will begin if you activate the eye. You cannot bear to pay what it will cost you.
Yes, you've warned us. Now where is the piece?
Go to the map with this message, and see what it shows you.
Ooh. Drop something on the floor there.
I have said enough.
Alright, I guess that's all he's gonna tell us.
Tell us how to get back to Earth. I beg you.
Alright, yeah, I don't think
If
there's
my
anything else he
people
can say.
could return from Space-Time 6 where they have gone, they would rebuild the star.
Well, is what I get to observe as drama,
They would
even
make
that would
perception,
get boring
which
after
would
a
take you
while.
back to your planet. But they will never find their way back home.
Alright.
Thank you for helping us.
Help yourselves by giving up. Never look into the impossible eye. You don't have the strength to return from that place.
So he says. Alright, so what did he leave us? Alright, he says put that into the machine. What machine? We've seen these codes all over the place. I didn't know that I saw a place there to put that in. But I suppose that's better than we were. We've got something now to go on. That's a good thing. Alright, so, what do we do now? What do we do with this information? So, give me just a second. Taking a peek at the hint file. Now we need that missing part. Oh, right, the map room. Right, I forgot the map room. Map room, we could input codes in. It would show us where that was. So what happens if we input this code in the map? What will it show us? Or will it do something besides showing us something? Who knows? Yeah, dude's just like, alien out. I'm so bored of talking to you guys, I'm just going to die now. My potions are too strong for the likes of you, traveler. Also, that emote is perfect, Nano. Oh my god. Yeah, for the other codes we put into the map room, it all just showed us the area that the map takes us to. Or that the code takes us to. And that did help us solve one puzzle, because that showed us there was a hidden passage in the crypt, which is where we just were. I have no idea what this code's going to show us, but definitely worth a try. Alright. And I was just complaining that we didn't get to do enough in the map room before. What do you know? Game must have heard me. Alright, let's see what this code was. Well, it's red diamond, green diamond to start. Red diamond and green diamond. Then red triangle, red diamond. Easy enough. Triangle. Fortunately, this one we gotta go all the way around. Take a minute.
So that's where the part is.
Assuming he gave us the right code.
I mean, if he didn't, we'll just go back there and pester him again, so there is that. Alright, so I think that was the beach. Which... It might be nearby. I don't remember where the beach was. Yeah, the beach is nearby. It's in this spire. From here we go in the chamber? Okay, hang on, let's just go here. Oops. Remember there was one room in here where I could walk over to the left. It was this one. Go. So this is the horrible spider nest, but we're pretty sure we killed that dude. Although the alien did say there was as many of those creatures as needed to... Oh god, there's one in the background.
This place is as creepy as the forest behind my house when I was a kid.
Oh god. So cool, there's more spiders. Hence why it's called a nest, I guess. That's good. Not linger here. I think this is the beach I'm thinking of. Hope so. Because I really don't want to stay around by the spider nest any longer than I have to.
Maggie, come on across.
They do say you're never more than 20 feet away from a spider, which seems unlikely. But who knows? Yeah, I think this is what the map showed. Oops. Ah, here we go.
I wish I knew what's going to happen when I get this piece back in place.
Yeah, me too. It's like, who knows? So let's save here. Call this, I part. Head back and put it into place. We really don't have anything else to do. Where are you getting your spider facts from? Spiders? That's how you summon the fire spiders to prove you're wrong, Paul. Listen, I don't want to risk that. The spiders of the flame. Spider Weekly, of course. Naturally. Amazing source of spider information, though some have accused them of having a pro-spider bias. I can't speak to that, obviously. I have no idea. Right, so let's head back to the map room because we can get to the light bridge from there. Two spooter tattoos. Ooh. You don't have to answer if you don't want, but I'm curious what inspired you to get those. If it was just that you like spiders or if there's something else. I am deathly terrified of spiders. But I did for a while let a Daddy Longlegs live in my bathroom because he seemed like he was being chill. And I was hoping he was keeping other bugs out of there. Alright, so back to the cathedral spire. Back over this way. Alright. Spur of the moment chance meeting up with a good artist. Alright, also a good story right there. Oh yeah, if they're eating mosquitoes, they can definitely stay. Holy crap. That is an important service they can provide, and I appreciate that. Hey, Steam Camel, welcome in. Not just the dig, but my first time ever playing the dig, which is exciting. I've been waiting to play this for years and years. But we were playing the LucasArts games more or less in order, so it took me a while to get to it. Oh, hey, Brink.
Where have you been?
What?
Where have we been?
I need your crystals.
What?
All of them. Right now.
Come on, Brink. How many crystals can one man use?
Not for me, you fools. I need them for my machine. For science. Research. Give them to me!
Machine? What are you talking about?
I'm through talking! I'm not going to let anybody stand between me and the greatest scientific achievement in history.
I only have these few crystals left, Brink, but I'll be glad to share some of them if you want.
All of them! You didn't share anything, Lo. I took them! And it's a good thing you didn't fight me. I would have killed you to get these.
You would have tried.
You two will be nothing but a footnote in the annals of my achievements.
He didn't damage the machine part, did he?
I don't think so, but still, that was pretty scary. Love this game when it came out. I got stuck and never got to finish it, though. Yeah, some of the puzzles are challenging, not in a good way, I would say. But it's overall very cool. Yeah, Brink's a bit of a jerk. What the hell? Oh, you're on vacation, Kissa? Well, go get a delicious steak. And thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so I'm not sure if this machine's going to work with all the light crystals, unfortunately, but we've got what we got, and we got to work with that, I suppose.
It fits, but the machine still doesn't work. Did the alien lie to us? Or does the machine need something else?
We need 2 life crystals.
Looks like a life crystal would fit perfectly in here.
Damn it. We had 2 life crystals in there, but then we gave them to Brink because he was feeling murderous. Oh, god damn it. Alright, we are gonna go back to the pool where we found the life crystals originally. See if there's any left in there, although if Brink was asking me for crystals, something tells me he might have used all that there are in there. Yeah, and he jammed one onto his hand too, which is disturbing. Super realistic tattoo of a spider on your foot. I bet that creeps people out sometimes. Would not be surprised. Alright, Board James, you get a good rest. We'll see you around. Yeah, cutscene-induced stupidity. I mean, he would have tried to murder us, so I suppose giving him everything is... there is some logic to it, let's say. Alright, so it was the museum spire that had the life crystals. Let's see if we can pop over there and see if there's any left, or if he took all of them. Literally every one of them. I really hope not, because there's a lot of them. It seemed like there were hundreds. I don't even know how we would have transported them all. No, that's basically his entire focus, so... Yep, literally took all of them.
They're all gone.
Damn it. Alright. Okay, oh god. Yeah, after we saved his life, he threatened to murder us. That's cute. Thanks for that. Might say he's on the brink. So, I guess we can go find that machine that Brink was working on. Maybe we can borrow a couple. Oh, believe me, if we could feed Brink to the spiders, I would. Like, we almost did, kind of. Yeah, saved his life multiple times, and he returns the favor by threatening us. How rude. I believe he was in the Tomb Spire. And put your foot on the Discord for free just once. That's very generous of you. Generous. Appreciate that. I mean, I won't super appreciate it. Somebody's going to appreciate that. And they'll really appreciate it. What if we just switch off a light bridge just as he's crossing it? That would be fun. Line me up for that. Hey, Brink.
Get away from here! I won't let you break my life crystal machine!
We don't want to break anything.
My machine isn't working yet. Yes, gloat if you want to. I've studied all the inscriptions. Maggie's not the only one who can decipher strange languages. I followed the plans I found, but there's still something missing, and without it the machine won't work. So if you think you can steal my life crystals again, Commander Lowe, think again. I'll kill you first, and believe me, no one will ever revive you.
Actually, you've robbed me twice, and I only robbed you once. So you're still one ahead.
Don't joke with me!
Don't joke with him, Boston.
Seriously. Alright, I'm gonna save because it seems like this is going to be very dangerous. Let's see. Do this one. Call this one Brink Machine. Think you'll do the look down before falling like in Looney Tunes? That would be hilarious. There is a big cliff right near here.
Go away! My work is very important. You can't possibly understand what I'm doing here.
Alright, so he's not gonna let me touch the machine.
Get the hell out of here! Just leave me alone!
And he starts yelling if we even get near him. Can I use the shovel and give him a heckin' bonk?
Such a primitive archaeology tool.
I know he didn't like the shovel for some reason. I just want to give him a heckin' bonk.
Robbins,
Maggie, any ideas?
you were starting to tell me something before Bob the Lobster came to pick you up for your date.
Just a sample of what I was reading. Nothing significant. What mattered is that I could understand it. I've caught on to how their language works.
Take care of yourself, Nano. Thanks for hanging around. It's not a phase. You just don't understand. You're not my real dad. We did scare him off with bats before. Maybe we could do that again. I hadn't even thought of that.
We've got to try and turn on the inventor's machine. It's the only way to find out what it does.
Well, we've got the part.
Yeah, but we don't have any life crystals.
As worried as I am for Brink, I
We already
can't help
did
feeling
this.
a little angry at him.
He's wacko, nuts, out of his mind with greed. He's not himself. It's those damn crystals.
Yep. Just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
After seeing what they've done to Brink, we'd better think long and hard before we start duplicating these back on Earth.
Don't worry, we're probably never going back there.
Oh, thanks
And
for the
even if we
optimism.
do, I doubt anyone will ever be able to figure out this alien science.
It is pretty far out there, it's true.
Thanks.
If we can spook him with the bats again. If not, I'll see if I can pull a Batman voice on him. Let me grab a flashlight. Come on.
Of course, if I keep doing this, one of them is bound to put some guano on my head.
Eventually, yeah. And unfortunately, that did not spook Brink. Oh, we need some life crystals. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, Rooks, but it's true, it's true. I was gonna try and sneak over when he was on the other side of the machine.
Get the hell out of here! Just leave me alone!
Does not work. Can I bonk him with the tusk?
Enough to make any ivory poacher envious.
Does not seem like I can give him a heckin' bonk. Would really like to give him a heckin' bonk, though. I'm gonna try again when he comes around to this side. Once he's crouched down and distracted. Come on. Wait for it.
Your flashlight still has a bright beam.
He's impressed by my flashlight, at least. That's a good thing. Can I threaten him with a jawbone? He did say it's razor sharp. Yeah, threatening people with a bloody stump. I mean, like, you say it's hilarious, but, like, I'd be intimidated. Like, that's a guy that's not messing around.
The teeth are a little duller now.
Oh, God. That's a frightening thing to say. Shoot. Not sure what to do, but we do need life crystals is the thing. Took all my life crystals, which sucks. I mean, there is one thing we could try. I guess. I really don't want to do this. But I'm not sure what other options we have since I don't seem to be able to give him a heckin' bonk. And that is that he said his machine was missing a piece and it won't work without it. Do you think the piece he's missing was the same piece we were missing? Potentially? Because if so, maybe we could cut a deal. What is that, I guess? Like, I don't know if I want him turned on his machine because I have no idea what it does, and also he's crazy. But like, we don't have a lot of options at this point. Shadis Dealmaker, I'm trying to be. Trying to find some way to deal with Brink that doesn't involve, you know, doing worse than cutting his hand off. At least there he asked me to do it. Repeatedly, loudly. Shadis Rumpelstiltskin. I've been accused of many things. That's the first time I've been accused of being Rumpelstiltskin. Will it be the last time I'm accused of that? Probably not. But I'm not. Can confirm. He does like his deals. I usually associate the devil with that.
I guess I'll take this with me.
I guess Rumpelstiltskin is a more gentle thing to be accused of being. I suppose. When you get right down to it. More wheeling and dealing in Vegas? Yeah, some of the old casinos have been either changing hands or going away recently. They're also having a lot of water troubles out there because it's like literally in the middle of the desert. Not really a place conducive to having that kind of a city. But folks are stubborn, this is true. Alright. Take the light bridge back over to the crypt spire. Or the tomb spire, sorry. And we'll see if either this is the piece that Brink's missing, or if we can convince him that this is the piece he needs. Casino and shopping dining areas were okay, but the hotel was meh. Stayed there because his sister insisted. Was it just she was intrigued by the idea of the casino? The decor, perhaps? It is some pretty cool decor. Alright, I'm gonna save again. I'm just gonna save over the Brink machine save. Alright. Let's see what we can do here.
I don't want that. It's just another artifact.
Brink, this is important. I think I know what piece is missing from your machine.
How can you know anything about this? You're not a scientist. You're just a strutting tin soldier.
I think it's the same piece that the eye generator needed. I think it's the key to all this technology. The alien inventor hid it because without it, none of the machines he considers dangerous will work.
Why would the creator of life crystals think they were dangerous?
Because the crystals make you feel so good that they take over your life. All you care about is getting more of them. He said it was the second worst mistake he'd made.
And the worst mistake?
The eye.
So you and Maggie, you keep telling me I'm crazy. But you plan to make an even worse mistake.
I'll make you a deal, Brink.
Yes, like the deal you made before. I keep my part, but you go back on it.
I didn't go back on it. I just wanted to talk about it with you first.
No deals with liars and thieves.
Brink, you need what I had to make your machine work. But if it works, then you'll have plenty of life crystals, right? You could share them with us and it wouldn't cost you anything, right?
If you have the missing parts, yes.
That's my deal. Your machine, my part. 50-50 on the life crystals.
I know you plan to cheat me.
We won't even come near the machine when it's running. You divide up the life crystals.
Then what's to stop me from keeping them all?
Because I am trained as a military man, Brink. And if I ever actually decide to fight you, I don't care how strong and healthy you are. You will lose. And then I will take them all. Got it?
Get your missing part and put it in my machine. Even liars and thieves can bargain as long as they watch each other very carefully.
Alright, let's do this.
It fits perfectly. This is how the aliens designed the life crystal machine to work.
Nothing's happening.
Yes, it is. It's vibrating. Be patient. Who knows how fast it's supposed to work? We'll just have to wait.
Suits me fine. We'll split them 50-50, right?
Of course.
50-50. Look, there's one. And another.
2.
Is that all? Just 2? I need more than 2.
I don't know about that, Brink, but it's a sure thing I need more than 1. You still have all the crystals you stole from me and every other place on these islands.
Don't touch them!
50-50, you said, Brink. Well, you must have hundreds of life crystals. It's not even 50-50 if I take these two.
I knew you were a liar and a cheat.
You weren't gonna let me have even one of these.
I'll make the machine even better. It will produce more.
Not till we're gone, it won't. I need that machine part to run the eye generator.
You will take nothing from this machine, you lying thief!
Once the eye is working, you can either come back with us to Earth, or you can stay here, take the part out of the eye generator and put it back in your own machine. Just have a little patience.
Oh, jeez, this is gonna be dangerous.
No! My machine is stopping! You've wrecked my machine! You're a dead man!
Brink, please. We don't have to fight. You can have the part back after we're done with it.
Everything you say is a lie!
Maggie, tell him.
If you say a word, Maggie, I'll kill you too!
Brink, don't make me hurt you.
You won't hurt me when you're dead!
Brink! Oh, Maggie, please believe me. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want him dead.
It wasn't Brink who died here. Brink died when he fell down the hole when we first arrived. What just fell over the cliff was someone else. Someone alien. Created by those death crystals.
Maggie, are we making an even worse mistake? By activating the eye?
Staying in this world any longer than we have to, that's the worst mistake we could make. We've got to do anything we can to survive.
But what if we die trying?
Don't you get it, Boston? This place is worse than death. I'd rather die than stay here.
Alright, if you insist. Yeah, not exactly the fight scene from They Live. He just had a little oopsie there. Welp. I mean, I'm more concerned about the fact that why has the commander been completely unable to defend himself this entire game? He's right, he is a military guy. He should be able to kick Brink's ass. Why does Brink just keep wrecking him without any resistance? Weird. Alright, so back to the cathedral spire. Actually, no, wait, shoot. We need to actually get what we came there for. Get the life crystals. Completely forgot the entire point of why we're there. I'm assuming we didn't grab any while we were there. Oh no, we got two. We got two. That should be all we need. I'll see if there's anything else we can grab while we're there. Yeah, don't hold heavy things on the edge of a cliff. It's just asking for it, especially if you're in some sort of dramatic battle at the moment.
It needs the part.
Yeah, it's not getting the part now. Alright, we got the 2 life crystals we picked up. Those are the 2 that the machine generated, I assume. So, yeah, we only need 2, so that should be all we need. Yeah, that scene was very silly. I have a guess why that happened that way. And I'm guessing, like, they had an actual, like, full-on fight scene planned out. But then they realized how expensive and time-consuming it would have been to animate it. Because all those scenes are hand-animated. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's not a quick thing to do. So that would be my guess. I have no evidence of that, but I would guess they had a longer fight scene planned and they just had to kind of cut it down to fit in budget. Also, Rooks, I love that fall damage emote. It is so solid. Alright. But we still don't really know how to work this machine. We're gonna have to figure that out, I suppose, unless it's very obvious. But we've got all three of the missing components now. The 2 life crystals it needs, and the key, shall we call it. The life crystals in first.
The crystals Brink died for.
Yeah, hope it was worth it, Brink.
The alien was right. This thing has already killed one of us. But it's back in place.
Alright, so what do we do now? You're humming. Is it on? We have to do something now? We might just have to go back to the eye now. That could be the thing. I have no idea if those things do anything still. So I guess for right now I can hear machinery working in the background, so let's go back to the eye, see if anything's changed. Technically the real villain was, and always will be Gravity, certainly when I'm around. That is the biggest of all problems. Oh, if there is a way to take fall damage, I will find it. I will find it. I even took fall damage once in the Gunk. That is a game that is pretty friendly about fall damage overall. I just tend to find a way. Alright, still looking super gross.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
Alright, so the eye is still unusable. The machine's on, but it still needs to be calibrated, perhaps? There's still something we need to be doing with this. I don't know what, I don't know how. Something still we need to be doing. Ooh.
I don't know what to do with this device.
So he's still baffled by all the alien devices around. I'm still baffled by these things. They make weird shapes, and then nothing. For. Look at all the controls that we saw on the way back down.
I don't know how to work these controls.
Might have to go just back to the place where we put the key in and see if there's something we can do with that. Possibly.
It's a row of crystalline devices.
Yeah, let's head to the main console. I assume it's the main console. If there's anything we can actually manipulate on there now that it's complete. I don't see anything super obvious to do. I want to take out the parts I already put in there. Well, it's very clearly on, so that is a start. But, what do we do next is the question. Well, like, that feels like a big step. I don't think there's going to be too much left to do here. Well, we know Maggie was able to read some of the diagrams we found before. Maybe she knows something about this? Where is she? Might still be at the top of the area. Sometimes she does get a little stuck up there. There she is. Maggie, do you know...
Robbins,
What the hell?
you're the one who read the alien books. What exactly happens when we turn it on with enough life crystals in it?
It would have taken me years to read everything, Boston. And I didn't understand half of what I read. But there's no doubt that this machine is dangerous. The alien warned us it might cost us more than we expected.
What does that mean?
It might mean that just turning on the machine might kill us.
You mean he booby-trapped the thing?
I mean that the machine may draw on more than life crystals. It may drain the life out of whoever uses it.
Then I'm running the controls.
Don't be absurd. It might do nothing, too. Or it could kill whoever isn't at the controls. I just want to tell you.
No goodbyes. We're gonna make it home together, Maggie.
I'm not sentimental, Boston. I wasn't going to say goodbye. I just want you to promise me something.
After you saw me break every promise I made to Brink, you want me to make another one to you?
What happened with Brink couldn't be helped, Boston. I know you'll keep your word with me.
What's the promise?
If I die and you live, don't use any life crystals on me. Don't revive me. Do you understand?
Are you sure?
I saw what Brink became. I don't want that to happen to me. You wouldn't be saving Maggie Robbins. You'd be creating a monster with my memories, my face. Don't do it. Promise me.
I promise, Maggie. And vice versa, okay?
All right.
And now you tell me the truth about something, Maggie. Are you sure you didn't find out somewhere that something bad happens to the person at the controls of this machine?
Boston, I don't know any more than you do about what will happen when I switch this thing on.
If that's a lie, I'm gonna be really ticked off, Maggie.
Yeah, I know. Here we go.
Is restored.
Worth it then. Go home.
Maggie.
Oh, jeez. Well, we made her a promise. No life crystals. So, I'm gonna save. I don't think there was anything we could have done about that, unfortunately. Oh, jeez. I mean, that was a pretty long fall. That would have been like, what? Somewhere between... Because she's right there, and she fell from... Let me show you where she fell from. Oh, we can't. They're just skipping us up there. Yeah, she must have fell from like 60 feet up. Like, that'd absolutely kill you. Like, You know, you hear about people surviving long falls. Sure, it's survivable, but like, doesn't mean you will survive. It can kill you too. The eye. This is a spider making machine and they don't know yet? Oh, God. And Chris Technician is reading posture check. That goes for everybody else, too. Take a moment to stretch out before what could be a very dangerous journey for us. Oh, jeez. Oh, I definitely needed that stretch. Oh. Sometimes I forget to stretch before a stream and end up feeling very stiff right there. Order up, or spiders! Oh, God. Please, no. Wasn't she right there with the green thing? No, she was climbing up the spiral. She was climbing up the spiral, activating all the consoles, because there was different consoles up the spiral as she went. And then as she was activating the spirals, it was blasting that energy column upward. And one of the panels that opens up to let the energy through got stuck. So she tried to get it unstuck, and when it opened up violently enough that it threw her down there. So it was a pretty long fall. That's what I get for glancing away. No worries, no worries. Like, I think what threw you off is they reused the animation for her pressing the button. Oh, God! Oh, shit!
I should have known the inventor would have one more trick up his sleeve.
God damn it! Can it turn off the bridge?
Here's the lens that shapes the light for the bridge.
Yes? Oh, man! Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I think what threw you perchance is they reused the animation of Maggie pushing the button on the green thing. So it looked like she was at the same control every time because it was literally the same animation. Alright, so I need to get past him somehow. Like, I feel like turning off the light bridge is going to be the key here. How do we do that?
That was the inventor's last chance to stop me. I will get out into Space-Time 6. I will bring the people of this place back home, and they will build me a starship that will take me back to Earth.
That's a big plan right there, but let's see what we can do. His little leggy, oh my God, he full-on Looney Tunes dropped there. That was amazing. Speedy Cat, welcome in. This is my first time playing this one, so I'm really enjoying it. The Ravenous Bug Bladder Beast of Troll. Oh, geez, indeed. Senzobo, welcome in. Oh yeah, it did look like the Dog Guardians from Ghostbusters 2. Holy crap. It wasn't Brink, but I am glad they worked that in. That did seem to be a thing they needed to do at some point. The large fries.
I guess this is the real test. Can a practical guy from Earth do what all the builders of this place failed to do? Can I go into Space-Time 6 and still find my way back to reality? Only one way to find out.
All right. You said something about there being tremendous willpower needed to escape Space-Time 6, and something about the temptation. We don't fully know what that means, but we're gonna find out. Oh, you have some channel points here. Probably got sleep rated. Probably. Retro. For the fact that there are so many retro streamers on Twitch, it is a small world, so I wouldn't be surprised. All right, here goes nothing. Whoa!
beautiful. A guy could get lost here real easy. No, I'm not going any farther into this place. I'm staying here, where I can get back out again.
You are as strong as we hoped, human.
I can understand you.
In Space-Time 6, all living minds communicate perfectly. You stand at the doorway, human. You show us all the pathway back to life, to reality, to a place where we will someday die, yes, but we will have a life before we die.
Every past and future. I can see them all, but which one is real?
Go back now, human. Take me home. My people have their bodies, their bones, their lives again. We owe you a great debt, Commander Lowe.
All I want, now that my friends are dead, is to go back to Earth and tell the story of how they died.
Why not let them tell their own story?
I wish.
You knew the way home, but I know all the other paths through time and space.
Wait! Don't go back there!
Whoa!
I have brought you a gift.
Maggie! Frank! You're alive again!
We were lost, but this being found us and led us back.
Maggie! I thought I'd lost you forever.
So you really didn't try to resurrect me with the crystals?
No, I promised you. And besides, what the crystals bring back from death, it wouldn't have been you.
I know, Boston. You kept your word. And yet, you did find a way to bring me back from death.
It wasn't me, but I'm glad you're here.
And I'm free of the madness of the crystals, too. You did it, Lowe.
No, it was our friend here.
No, the credit belongs to you. We once revered a great inventor because he opened the door to unchanging eternity. But you opened the passageway back into true life.
All I am is a guy who wants to get back home.
Already my people are preparing a great crystal starship to take you there.
But we can come back, can't we?
You and any others who wish to come. You are a young people, strong and full of hope and passion. We have much to teach you, and you have much to share with us as well. There will be friendship between our species forever.
I hope you're right. Not all human beings are as, nice as us.
Oh, I know that. All young species are alike that way. But don't worry. If any of your people try to pick a fight, we'll mash them like bugs.
How reassuring.
The ship is almost ready. Go home and tell your people it has been accomplished here.
Telling the people, that's Maggie's job.
And getting us home, that was yours. You did it, Boston.
Thank you, Boston.
We all thank you, Boston Lowe.
And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the dig. There you go. And yeah, Brink got his hand back. That's a good thing. No, we're not pushing him into the sea. He's not a jerk from the crystals anymore. Just a regular jerk. Happy Spishy Splash. That was a very pretty ending. I like that a lot. Yeah, Brink got super old there. I think that was to represent what the crystals did to his body. Did you dig it? I did. It's not my favorite of the LucasArts games. But before I say anything, what did you folks think of it? For anybody that's never seen this game before, what did you think of it? Did you like the story? Did you like the art? Did it look like something you'd want to play yourself? For anybody that has played this one before, how is it seeing it again? Was it nostalgic? Was it as good as you remembered? Was there anything you'd forgotten about? Was there anything you didn't like seeing it again? I would love to hear all of your thoughts on the game before I make my thoughts known. SpongeBob Employee of the Month. I've never heard of that one, but I'll definitely look it up because I do love me some point and clicks. Simdos, it was super neat. I'm really glad you liked it. Inventors of civilization changing creations are always dicks. I mean, the guy that created the eye machine was, you know, very vague, but he wasn't like a jerk or anything. Like, he did eventually help us. I think he was just worried about us getting stuck in Spacetime 6-2. You can definitely see how this could have been made into a cool movie, and you can really see the movie director in it. Oh yeah, like for anybody that missed it at the beginning, Steven Spielberg originally planned this plot for an episode of his TV series Amazing Stories. And then he planned it as a movie, but determined that both of them would be too expensive to film. And that's how we got the idea to pitch it to LucasArts as a game. And that's how we got here. Yeah, basically having his Oppenheimer moment right there. You know, I wouldn't mind playing Lego Star Wars at some point. That is a really fun game. I think the only reason I didn't put that very highly on the list is like, there's not a lot of story in that aside from the story that everyone here pretty much already knows. A special aha to Randy Commissar. What does that mean? Always some weird credits in LucasArts games. Kept our computers working. That's a good one. So yeah, I like the story of the game. I did appreciate that. I loved the art. Obviously, some spectacular pixel art. Loved the music. Honestly, the soundtrack was top tier. Not a humongous fan of the puzzles. A lot of them felt kind of like busy work, and a lot of them were more obvious puzzles rather than things where we need to get from point A to point B and we need to figure out how. They didn't feel like they were worked into the narrative very solidly. Monkey, the incredibly lonely drooling cat. Wow, what a name. Holy crap. I believe this part, Ghosts of Dig's Past, these are people who worked on previous versions of the Dig, because there actually was a lot of work done in this game that wasn't used. I'll mention one thing about that in a second, don't let me forget. Deathblow, welcome in, thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? How was your stream? Hope you're doing well. Very special thanks to George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. The end. Yeah, a few too many polyhedron codes. I like the way that gated progression at least, but it wasn't super fun to work with. Ah! And then the program exits itself. That was the R2-D2 scream. I think we mentioned something in the game earlier sounded like the R2-D2 scream, and yeah, there it is again. Let's see. I can read the puzzles more like an escape room style puzzle set where you're trying to get through the next door and they don't necessarily have anything to do with the plot. I like how LucasArts games usually integrate the puzzles well into the plot, because they usually seem more like obstacles or challenges that you have to overcome, whereas here it's just like, here's a puzzle, solve the puzzle or you can't continue. And some of the puzzles, like I said, the little things that they required you to do. I think my least favorite thing was that several of the puzzles that I was stuck on, the thing that it turns out that I wasn't doing that I needed to do is I needed to dismantle a previous puzzle and take the pieces with me. That's a weird thing. I've seen games where you have to reuse stuff like that, but usually like the character themselves says something like, I'll hang on to this in case I need it later. And here it was something you needed to manually do. Deathblow stream went well, played Subnautica Below Zero for most, and switched over to some retro variety. Excellent. Any standouts from the retro variety? Curious. I think the R2-D2 noise was the scream of the LucasArts logo getting wrecked, possibly. That might be canon. The good old Fate of Atlantis combination lock stones. I'm trying to remember that one. It's been a bit, though. I think that was on the path I was on, though, because I know they have different puzzles on the different paths. And we took the teamwork path, which I really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with that one. So yeah, I mentioned that this went through a bunch of different iterations. One of the iterations that actually got pretty far into development, there was actually 4 members of the crew, not just 3. And the 4th member was an Asian billionaire who bought his way onto the ship. He didn't actually have any skills that they needed for the mission, but he was the one funding it, so he demanded that he get to go. And the gimmick was that Steven Spielberg wanted to do something a little bit darker and more mature. So what would have happened is he would have died first before Brink. And then they would have found out about the life crystals. They brought Brink back, and they're like, oh, we can bring him back too. But he died like in a pool of acid. And because of the way he died, they couldn't get to him to bring him back. Which would be like super grim that they have a way to bring people back from the dead. But they're like, well, but not him. Oops. Oh, yeah, I think I remember the one you're talking about now, Jimmy. Also, welcome in, Jimmy. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, originally he was going to put that in there. What convinced him not to put that guy in there was, like I said, Steven Spielberg specifically wanted something that was going to be a bit more dark. But then what happened was Jurassic Park came out, and for some reason a lot of parents thought it was going to be a kid-friendly movie, and then it scared the crap out of a lot of kids. And then he's like, oh, maybe I have too much of a reputation to do something like that. So he asked them to take it out, which they did. And yeah, if you look at like the Wikipedia for this game, they mention a lot of things that they were thinking about or planning or even at one point had implemented that they ended up removing. I'm going to take a quick peek here. I don't remember any of the other stuff, and like there was just so much. There really was. Because this had a very long and very troubled development. Let's see. Yeah, the very first design meeting for this was in 1989, and the game was released in 1995. And it went through 4 different project leaders, which is pretty intense. Let's see. The original production involved a story that took place in the distant future. In this story, the crew of explorers in a spaceship visited an abandoned planet, discovering signs of extraterrestrial civilization that left behind technological artifacts. The explorers initially assumed the occupants of the planet had died off, seeing no sign of them, but as the story progresses, the player is meant to discover something very different. So yeah, overall, that's very similar to ours, except ours took place roughly in the present, whereas that was in the distant future. And in that one, we intentionally went to the planet, whereas in this one, we got there accidentally. Let's see. Other notable design ideas which were dropped during the game's production, including a survival angle, which forced the player to keep water and food for life support. That would have been miserable. And the exploration of cities on the planet, which is ambitious, but like I don't know how they would have implemented that. Let's see. Last game we played is Mr. Angry / Striper. That is an odd one. Basically a paparazzi trying to find a certain woman to photograph as you wander through a hotel checking on the doors. What a weird concept. Kidding me, and all the kids I knew loved it? I don't think it was the kids complaining. I think it was the parents is the thing. So yeah, I can. I think basically what happened in the large part was, like, I remember reading a lot of contemporary reviews of this game, and a lot of them I think fell into exactly the trap that Spielberg was worried about. Which is, a lot of people, when they reviewed this game, they compared it to other LucasArts games, and they in fact expected it to be another LucasArts game. And they're like, where's the zany comedy? Where's all the hilarious dialogue and all the loony cartoon characters? And I don't think that's fair. I think that's super unfair as a way to review it. But also, having said that, I think it's one of the weaker of the LucasArts games. So I do think it's fair to say it's worth playing. It is worth playing, and it is a good game, but like, it has its problems. And compared to some of the amazing games that LucasArts did put out, it's maybe not up to the same level of quality. Which is interesting, because the next game in the LucasArts catalog, and the very final of the LucasArts adventure games, is often said to be the best they ever made, which is Grim Fandango. Often said to be the last game of the golden age of adventure games. It was like the last noteworthy adventure game to come out for quite some time. Although I think we're kind of back in the golden age of adventure games. I think there's a lot of adventure games coming out right now, and a lot of very interesting creators working on them. Not just classic point and clicks, but also we've gotten into the choose your own adventure FMVs, which aren't really my thing, but I know a lot of people that love them. Partially for the FMV novelty, which I'll always support. So yeah, next time we play a LucasArts game, it will be the grand finale of our first pass through LucasArts, which is Grim Fandango. A game which I do own a copy of, but I have never played before. It'll be my very first playthrough of it, so I'm very excited to see a game that a lot of people have really loved. But that's not going to be the very next game we're playing. If you haven't seen already, tomorrow we are going to be playing Killer Frequency, which is an FMV puzzle game where we play a late night radio DJ who's trying to help call in guests escape from a serial killer that's menacing this small town. You may remember a very, very long time ago in the pre-cam era, I played a Game Jam version of this, which I assumed was the only version there would ever be. And I really enjoyed it. It was a cute concept, had a really neat idea, and had a lot of fun with it. But they ended up expanding it into a full game, which is what we're going to be playing this time, just to see how we can compare and contrast the two. So I'm very excited for that one. Grim Fandango certainly makes a better send-off than Escape from Monkey Island. That's fair. That's fair. And also, if you're thinking, wait, Shane, did you play any of the Monkey Island games? No, we skipped all of them because there's so many Monkey Island games. I decided I was going to skip all of them, and then once we finished playing the main LucasArts games, we were going to loop back and just play all of the Monkey Island games as their own separate series. That includes all the LucasArts Monkey Islands, as well as the Telltale Monkey Islands, and the most recent Ron Gilbert version of Monkey Island 3, which I'm not sure how we're going to handle that chronologically. We'll probably deal with that when it comes. Possibly put it to a vote in chat. See which one people want me to play first. But, having finished the game, this seems like a good time to wrap things up. So as always, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you had a fun time watching The Dig. For as big of a company as it was made by, I feel like this one doesn't get discussed as much as some of their other games, so I'm glad to be able to show it off, and I am super excited that I finally got to play it, because I've been talking about that for as long as the stream has been around. So thank you everybody for being here for that. Thank you for trusting me when I play weird games like this. It means a lot. Let's see, that sudden but inevitable death by gravity again. His little leg wiggle. His leg wiggle, that was so cute. So, as always, we do have one last thing to do before we call it quits, and that is... let's see who all else is online. So, if you're not done watching Twitch for the day, maybe I can send you somewhere cool. I would definitely like the opportunity to try. that unfathomable space between dimensions again, we will resist temptation. We will. So, while I am looking to see who all is live, a couple things you might want to do if you have not done them already. First and foremost, make sure you hit follow. If you haven't done that already, that would be the easiest way to come back here if you would like to come back here, and we would love to have you, most definitely. If you'd like, you can also enable notifications that'll let you know when I go live. I know I find that useful sometimes. Dropped a couple links in chat you might want to check out if you haven't seen those yet. We have a link to my Discord if you'd like to chat with me or the rest of the community outside of the stream. And we have a link to my YouTube if you would like to check any of the games I have played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, including just a ton of LucasArts games. We've played most of the LucasArts catalog at this point. So if there's a favorite LucasArts game you would like to see me play, there's a very good chance I've played it already. So feel free to check those out. And so, I think we're going to stop by a good friend of the stream, because he is playing a game that I've heard wonderful things about, and I will never play on here because I am so bad at it. Believe me, I checked. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would love it if you would join me as we go raid a very good friend of the stream, Mr. Retrograde Tom, an amazing streamer, one of the best on the site, if you ask me. And today he is playing Hitman 2 on maximum professional difficulty. And I tried playing this on base difficulty and it was way too hard for me. So this is a hell of an accomplishment to even be attempting. So we'll have to see how that goes. So why don't you join me over there, say hi to Tom, hang out for a bit, throw him a follow if you like what he's doing. But hey, if you've got other things to do, I will just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will see you folks tomorrow for Killer Frequency. Take care of yourselves till then, everybody.